Okay, so now she has a decision. Away from us or towards us? Yeah, it's a good girl.
She tried to bury herself deeper in the bag.
Right, this is things that we notice, right? So she knows what we're saying at this point, and she says, I'm gonna do, essentially it's, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. That's really what it comes down to. We've talked about this before, but no matter what you're struggling with your dog, you're only actually struggling with 2 conversations. And that's it. You can plug in whatever you're struggling with. It's your dog's doing something and you say stop and they don't. That's one that we're struggling with. The other one is you're asking your dog to do something and they don't. That's all that we're really struggling with, other than maybe some finesse when it comes to like state of mind training. That's mostly what people are, because you can tell your dog to calm down, and most dogs know what you're saying. So they just don't listen to humans because they never had a reason to. So then when they get here, they try everything. Try everything in the book, you know? They go through it all, and the style of training is we allow them to go, we allow them to do all these choices so they can see that it all results in corrections, and that ultimately just ends up going nowhere. Then they choose the thing that we're suggesting that they do, and it's really easy and fun. And they get a nice, they get praise and all this stuff. So then the dog naturally chooses what behaviors that they think are valuable, and it changes their vocabulary as far as how they speak behaviorally out in the world, right? How they react to it. So she's gonna try everything. They usually try flight and fight, and hunker down and all these things that they'll try to do. And then by tomorrow or the next day, it's all out of the system. Right? Okay. Well, we want them to try all the stuff because that creates a balanced dog. A dog who's been there and done that. Not a dog who's just thinking about doing it all the time, but actually has never really done it because we're always keeping them choked up on a leash. Okay. She's ran away. She's bit. She's done this. She's done that. By the end of it, she's gonna try it all, right? She might not try to bite me, even though in the beginning she gave me that little warning, didn't she? She did say that to me. And I remember that, but we'll see if it ever becomes something. It might. It might. It might not. Okay? Yeah, so ideally, I know that she's already here and that all these dogs are already here, but ideally we do all this when she's like this big. You know what I mean? So the way it works is that we let a dog out after we did our inside stuff. We let them out here, and I'm not recalling them unless they do something wrong, right? And most of the time, the thing that they do wrong is try to run away when they first get here. Well, duh, that's what they do. So every time she commits to running away, there's a recall. She gets a chance to come back to me, but if she chooses to keep on running, it's going to be a correction on the e-collar. If she keeps on running, it's going to be a very firm correction on the e-collar, and then a recall. She comes back to me, we settle her down, we sit here for a second, and then we let her back out. And we keep moving around the property until she's following us, not thinking about running away from us. That creates a follower. Once we get there, then we go inside. It doesn't really matter how many reps it takes for me right now, because I'm just looking to get the mind. I'm using the recall to get it, right? Because she's free in her eyes. She's free, man. She's got this long line here. She's never been able to run around so much, you know. She's trying to make all these choices, and I'm allowing her to, correcting, until they go away. There's a beat there. No correction. Good girl. Very nice. This is the way to go. To just follow. Okay. And it's new to her. Plus, she doesn't like. Dogs generally don't want to give that up. They don't want to become a follower if they're used to leading. Okay. I mean, who does? And she's hanging around, right? And this is session 1. So, and look, who she lay next to? Me. That's what we went for. So now we went from her threatening me with her teeth to running away and all this stuff and not wanting anything to do with us, and then to her just accepting that I'm going to be her guy and testing me out and hugging me and all this stuff that she did. We went through this whole ritual, this whole life-changing experience in the course of 30 minutes, and now that helps mine and her relationship moving forward. I'm not putting a dog in the kennel until I have some type of experiences like this, so that when I go to the kennel, I'm not just a stranger with a dog like this. You know, you don't want to be a stranger opening up a kennel where they've been comfy for a few hours or all night, and then try to reach your hand there, and try to ask them to come out. You know, so we have a relationship now. Okay. Plus, we're going to be keeping the collar on her for a little bit while she's in her kennel. Do a potty break in a few hours so that we can get that recall in and out of the kennel, so that she gets that process smoothly without having to take the collar off and put it back on, because that's where it can get dicey. Okay. Look what's happening, okay? They're reading the room. We're talking. They're waiting. That's beautiful. Oh, nice work. Nice job, Scarlett. Okay, so I'm sure we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to go through when it comes to like doing her nails and stuff. I'm sure she's gonna probably. There is definitely a bite in her. She's already told me within the first few minutes of meeting her that she basically said to me, I bite. She's either lying, which means she's bluffing, or she does bite. And if she hasn't bit yet, one, she's young. Two, she hasn't been pushed when she doesn't want to be, right? So like, for example, a dog's on the couch. You don't want them on the couch. You tell them to get off the couch. They growl at you, and so then you just leave them on the couch. You never got bit, but you might have if you try to get the dog off the couch physically. You might have got bit. So that doesn't mean the dog's not a biting dog. It just means you're dodging a bite. So she pretty much told me I'm a biting dog. We'll see if she is or not. And that'll come through certain situations with more pressure on her, like, you know, asking her to lay on her side and let us look at your paws. Biting dogs tend to bite over that. Drum of your paws, biting dogs tend to bite over that, you know. She was threatening to bite me to put a collar on. All right, let's see.